We are at the Pacific Science Center for their new exhibit, Brainy Bodies. Joining me now is Kaylee Smith. She is the exhibit creator. Kaylee, this is really cool. This is something that you created in-house at Pacific Science Center. You have 10 interactive experiences inside the one exhibit. Tell me about this creation.
Yes, so this exhibit, Brainy Bodies, the big idea is that we all uniquely experience the world through our bodies, which are controlled by our brains. So it's really a big celebration of diversity. We all have different bodies that we move in different ways, and they're all controlled by brains that are different because of our lived experiences. So we're really celebrating that. We want everyone to see themselves in this exhibit. We want everyone to be able to participate in different ways, whether that's interacting and moving their bodies or reading the text, which is in both English and Spanish.
And you have broken this exhibit up into 3 different parts.
Yes.
We have movement, senses, and the brain.
Yes, there's so many cool things you could talk about with the body, but we decided to focus on those 3.
Yeah, had to narrow in a little bit.
Exactly.
Let's start with movement.
Yes.
As people come here, what can they learn and participate in when it comes to movement?
So our movement section is about the muscles, but really more than anything, it's a celebration of how your body moves. So I love this really great cycling activity here. You can do it with your legs or with your hands, depending on what's most comfortable for you. And it's really about celebrating, look at what your body can do. And it's right next to a really great screen that allows you to reflect on the bones and muscles inside your own body. And think about how they move as you talk or dance or move in any sort of silly way.
This is so much fun. Fun for adults as well as kids, right?
Exactly. Learning and science are both supposed to be fun. We want curiosity and asking questions to feel easy and playful, and that's one of the goals of this exhibit as well.
We know how involved the brain is in movement, but there's also senses when it comes to the brain, and that's the second part of the exhibit.
Yes, so our senses section is really focused on vision and hearing. This activity here, it combines vision and movement. You are powering up and then launching a ball and seeing just how high it goes. And then you can better understand how your brain controls what you're doing at 2 experiences that show how your brain combines images, and then also how in the world you hear what you hear, because there's all sorts of sounds happening around us all the time. How does your brain decide, and what does your brain decide?
Right.
So we invite guests to figure that out.
And that's what they're doing right there, right? Your brain completes the picture.
Yes. So your brain completes the picture. You see different images and how your brain combines them. And then your brain decides what you hear. We've got a bunch of different sounds happening all at once, and we want guests to reflect on what they hear and why might that be? What were their experiences that led them to focus on what they're focusing on?
That is so neat. I see a couple dinos being drawn over there too, right?
Yes, one of our ops team members drew those and drew them to be really fun. My favorite combination is the chicken head on the T-Rex body.
That's so much fun.
It's a lot of fun.
The last part of this exhibit is just simply the brain. What will people find here?
So the brain section is really about how all of our brains are different. They all look the same. They're all pink with all the folds, but depending on your experiences and your neurons, we all experience things a little bit differently, and it's pretty complex. So this puzzle here is a lot of fun. You connect neurons, which are the building blocks of your nervous system, to see how your brain controls everything that you are doing, whether it's waving a hand or moving a foot,
or kicking a leg,
or doing an interview like this one.
Yeah, right. It's telling us that right there.
Exactly. But it's even more complex than that. And for folks that really are super curious and want to do that deep dive, this touch screen is awesome. So go ahead and take a touch.
So neat.
It's incredible. There's 6 different levels. You start at the whole scale brain, and you can dive down all the way to neurotransmitters, which are the chemicals inside the cells.
Fascinating.
So if you're really curious, this is your chance to deep dive into neuroscience.
How long is Brainy Bodies here for?
Brainy Bodies is a new installation that's going to be here for the long term. So there's lots of opportunities, but we will be adding more to it. So there'll always be something new to check out in the coming months.
So fun. All right, come to Brainy Bodies at the Civic Science
Yes.
Center and learn about your brain.
Yes.
Kaylee, thanks so much.
My pleasure.